Good evening, Wastelanders. Thank you all for joining us this evening. As you could tell, we're doing something slightly different than what we usually go for on our channel. This is the Fallout TTRPG with Fumble Folks and special guests this evening.
Completely missed a trick by not going with "Hello, Capital Wasteland."
We're not in the Capital Wasteland, and I have something prepared for that when we get there. You think I'm not nerding out over this? I've got things prepared. So, my name is Ben. I am going to be your dungeon master, game master, or overseer for the evening and for the rest of this campaign. I am going to allow my fellow adventurers to introduce themselves very briefly just for the beginning of the stream before we go into the full session 0 that we are going to go through this evening. So from left to right, we will start with Sarah.
Oh, cool. So, hi, I'm Sarah. If you can't tell by my outfit and my Blip Boy, I'm a fan of Fallout. So I'm excited. And that's all I got to say on this matter.
That's all you need to say, I feel.
Yeah.
Doran.
Hi, I'm Doran. I'm also a fan of Fallout. All of my Fallout stuff has been moved to a different location somewhere in this country. So, I don't have it all on me. But I am also a really big fan of Fallout, and I'm very excited too.
Bree?
Oh, wait, me? Okay.
Yes.
I'm Bree, and I have no idea what we're doing.
Yes.
So, yeah, I've never played Fallout. I mean, I watched Ben
do a meme run.
Do the silly Fisto thing, but yeah, that was cool. That was good. There was something about a vault. So yeah, I'm excited.
You will find out.
I have read the book a little bit, so yeah.
Last, but by no means least, our special guest for the evening and for the rest of this campaign, Tommy.
Hey guys, I am Scar, or ScarLeQuinn. I'm a Twitch streamer from the west of England. The guys here at Fumble Folks have very kindly welcomed me in to play along with them in this Fallout campaign. I've been a fan of the series since Fallout 2, way back in yesteryear, and I'm hyped to overanalyze and overuse my encyclopedic knowledge of Fallout lore to upset Ben at regular intervals.
See, but you're going to try, and it's not going to help.
But my character's from an area outside of your homebrew. Enough.
Exactly, so that's why it's not going to help you.
Oh, I am warm.
So, this is a completely different system to what many of you may have seen before. This is a 2d20 system by Modifius. We are playing the Fallout TTRPG. I believe this came out 2 years ago, slightly longer. It's been fully out for a little while now, but oh boy, is this system not forgiving. For 3 of the individuals here, they have only seen as much as I've shown them. Then in their little snippets and pieces and bobs, whereas Scar is a backer of this project, has the GEC edition, which is the collector's edition, if I remember correctly.
I've got some bits and pieces lurking around.
Yeah. So I may be at times deferring to Scar to pick their brain if I'm interpreting something correctly. So, this evening, we are going to go through our session 0. It's going to be a slightly shorter stream than we usually do, but we're going to go and create our characters from top to bottom with the character sheets that are being provided to my Wasteland party. So, for those of you who are following along, if you are interested, we do have the form fillable that is findable in the actual chat. So bear with me while I pop that up.
Oh, you want me to? Oh.
Ah, good. Too fast for you.
Oh.
That is a
Gosh.
form-fillable character sheet that if you would like to follow along, we will be creating it step by step so that if you wanted to do so with your own friends, you can play or just create some nonsense as we go along. Bree, if you wouldn't mind, getting the form-fillable sheet up.
Yes.
Oh, not that one, the other one.
Yeah, it didn't work for some reason.
There we go.
Now it's working again, so that's good.
Yes. Wonderful. So, as opposed to Dungeons & Dragons, because I'm going to use that as our point of reference, we don't have 6 overall starting abilities. We have 7, which is the aforementioned, brilliantly named, and incredibly daunting special system. Because you are special.
Me?
Yay!
You!
You, Doran, you are special.
You are all
Yay.
special to me.
You're
Until I
special to
murder
me,
you
too.
all. I will kill you all.
You can try.
No.
You couldn't try.
So, the 7 attributes are strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. Spelling, special. For those of you who have played the series, you know that this is the overall typecast that you would generally focus yourself onto. So you would be a strength build or a perception build, endurance, etc., etc. The overarching attributes help define your tagged skills, your XP gain, your ability to hit things, your ability to sharpshoot things. It is all very, very important, depending on the kind of character build that you would like to go for. So very quickly, I'm going to go through saying what the various ones entitle for themselves, and then we will go on to what the core character concepts are that you guys have, and then we'll start building from there, if that is okay with you all.
Do you want me to go through the book?
No, that's fine. If you want to for your own sake to follow along, that's no problem. But there's no real need to. I'm going to read it out verbatim.
Cool.
So first of all, we have strength. Strength measures your character's physical prowess. It is used to make melee attacks, increase melee damage, and influences how much stuff you can carry. Buy ranks in strength attribute if you want to be a strong character and solve your problems with force. Perception. Your perceptiveness influences how easily you notice danger and how aware you are of your environment, affects your turn in the initiative order in combat, and is used to make attacks with energy weapons. Buy ranks in perception attribute if you want to be a perceptive person and solve your problems by studying your surroundings. Endurance. Your natural toughness and resilience influences how many health points you have, how easy you find it to shrug off the physical dangers of the wasteland, and your ability to wield heavy weapons. Buy ranks in endurance if you want to be a hardy and resilient, and solve your problems by pushing straight through them. Charisma first. Help if I scroll. Charisma. Your natural charisma influences how effectively you can convince people of your opinions, change their minds, barter with people, and find safety among others. Buy ranks into the charisma attribute if you want to be persuasive and solve problems by talking your way out of them. Intelligence. Your intelligence measures your smarts, how able you are to apply your mind to an obstacle, and how much you remember and know from studying the world around you. Buy ranks in the intelligence attribute if you want to be cunning and clever and solve your problems by thinking of the most effective solution. Agility.
I'm not very angelic.
we have established that Doran is not going to be going with agility.
Just drop.
I dropped
Everything, by the
I
sounds of
dropped
it.
my book on a packet of crisps, which exploded all over my desk.
No.
So that's dump statting agility and luck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Carry
Yeah.
on, Ben.
Cool. Your agility measures how fit and agile you are, your balance, athletic suppleness, and how precisely you make ranged attacks with small guns. Buy ranks in the agility attribute if you want to be nimble and solve your problems with accuracy and skill. Not Doran. And the wild card, luck. Luck describes how much fortune smiles down upon you, turning fickle forces in your favor and generally coming out on top when you should be at the bottom. Luck gives you points to spend to add story details. Use your luck attribute to make your skill tests or re-roll dice. A luck build is chaos. I would be thoroughly interested to see someone do it, but please, for the love of God, do not make me do a luck build on my very first game.
Fuck you.
Cool. So, we then have our skills. Like I mentioned, there's quite a few of them, so I'm not going to list them off immediately. They govern the various interactions you can have with various peoples around the wastelands. For everything from athletics to barter to explosives and lockpicking, hacking, speech, and survival. There is a skill for near enough everything. And depending on your ability rank in it will determine how difficult the challenge rating will be when I get you to roll them. We also then have perk points. Perks are additional changes to your character that you can make. Think of them like feats. But there's very, very many of them. And they all do weird and wonderful things.
My PP likes feats.
God, I miss drinking at points like this.
I'm so far ahead of you.
I'm teetotal.
Understandable.
So, we are on to the character creation summary. I am going to read out the first amount of origins for the sake of those following along at home. And then we will go into what each of you have established out of these elements, and then we'll build along as we go. So, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possible origin points that you can start with. You can start off as being a Brotherhood of Steel, Brotherhood Initiate, or scroll. Yeah, Brotherhood Initiate, because that's the only thing it's given for the moment. You can start off by being a ghoul, a super mutant.
Skin.
What do you think you're doing, Smooth Skin?
Come up, wherever you are.
Oh, fuck me. I love
Hey.
ghouls.
A super mutant.
That sound, what is it?
Arnold, when did you get here?
Come out and play, little human!
Get to the vertebrate now!
No! Get to the vertebrate! We need to get to the helicarrier!
all super mutants basically talk like they are moronic brutes, basically, because they are thick as shit.
Noted when I eventually die and become one.
Yes, a Mr. Handy, your gentleman robotic butler, or your French Miss Nanny, or your Sergeant Gusty.
Gusty or Gutsy?
Both.
I always referred to them as Gutsy because I always thought that made a little bit more sense.
It is Gutsy.
Yeah, I know, but in Fallout 3, it's Gusty.
Really?
Yeah, before they put the first patch in, it's Gusty. The survivor, those unfortunate enough to have survived the war outside of a vault, and a vault dweller, those who survived the war behind the generous safety of Vault-Tec vaults.
Fuck Vault-Tec.
So what I'm getting at is like, the Vault Tech kids, like trust fund kids.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't by the.
Imagine having privilege, but in exchange, you're like ruthlessly experimented on since you were a fucking toddler.
Yeah, so trust fund kids.
Yeah, literally. Imagine the idea that, you're not going to be subjected to radiation, but you are going to be a guinea pig for whatever weird, cruel tests we want to come up with.
Oh, and if for any reason your vault fails and you have to go outside, congratulations, you have no applicable skills for surviving in the wasteland. Good luck!
Bye!
But we do get a Pip-Boy,
Bye.
so that
But
trumps
you
it.
do get a Pip-Boy, yes. You do get a Pip-Boy.
That you can play games on.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, Bree, your mic's a little far away. We can't hear you. Oh, no, we've lost completely. Are you muted on your headset by chance?
No.
No, we've lost you completely. Bear with us, guys. We're going to go to a quick break while Bree attempts to fix their sound settings. The wasteland is a cruel mistress.
It giveth and it taketh away.
Hi there, everyone.
Hi.
Sorry about that. We had a
You can
little
hear
bit of
me
a tech
now.
issue.
Yay!
Yes.
Which we've now fixed.
Yes.
The tech issue was free.
Fumble
I
Folks be
have just been
fumblers.
informed that Stiletto is in the chat, one of the community managers for Modifius. I apologize for everything that I am about to get wrong. So, where we were up to was just establishing what origin you were all going to go as for your characters. So,
Yes.
from top to bottom on the stream, we're going to go from left to right as we started. We will go with Bree last, if that is okay, because Bree is the newest to Fallout, so we will help along by providing as much context possible beforehand.
Cool. I know what
So-
I'm doing. No, don't.
First of all,
Such a lie.
Sarah.
So the origin I was going to go for was Vault Dweller, for the only reason so I can wear my Pip-Boy on stream. That's it. There's no other reason.
Cool. So, as a vault dweller, because there are specific things that the different origins get, let me just scroll to it. You start with the trait Vault Kid. Your healthier start to life at the hands of trained doctors and sophisticated autodocs means you reduce the difficulty of all endurance tests to resist the effects of disease. In addition, your carefully planned upbringing means you have one additional tag skill of your choice when we get to the tag skills. You may also work with your game master to determine what sort of experiment took place in your vault. Once per quest, the GM may introduce a complication which reflects the nature of the experiment you unwittingly took part in, or introduce a complication related to your early life of isolation and confinement. We will discuss that off-stream at some point. Doran, what character origin are you looking to go with?
I'm gonna be a ribbit.
You're gonna be a ribbit. What
I
kind of robot are you being specifically?
I was thinking of either being a Gutsy or a Mr. Handy.
So you have to start out as either a Mr. Handy or Miss Nanny.
Okay.
And then you can upgrade to being a gutsy along the way. But unfortunately, you're not fortunate enough to start off with a machine gun.
Damn it.
Or
Mr. Handy it
flamethrower
is.
or plasma caster.
You technically have a saw blade and 2 grippy hands. Gonna give him the clamps. What was that? Sorry, Bree?
How did the Crabulon come to be?
Yes, exactly. So, Doran,
Mr.
you start
Handy.
with the trait, Mr. Handy Robot. You have 360 degrees of vision and improved sensory systems that can detect smells, chemicals, and radiation, reducing the difficulty of perception tests that rely on sight and smell by 1. You are immune to radiation and poison damage, but you cannot use chemicals, nor can you benefit from food, drink, or rest. You may move by jet propulsion, hovering above the ground unaffected by difficult terrain or obstacles. Your carry weight is limited to 150 pounds, and it cannot be increased by your strength or perks, but it can be increased by modifying your armor. You cannot recover from your own injuries or heal health points without receiving repairs. You cannot manipulate the physical world like humans do. Instead, you have 3 of the arm attachments in your arm attachments table, which we will get to. If you select an arm that features a weapon, you also gain 20 shots of ammo for that weapon, which is the flamethrower. You can choose to not have a pincer attachment as a Mr. Handy, but in doing so, you will be unable to make unarmed attacks, manipulate objects, and you cannot make attempt tests that use lockpick, repair, or throw-in skills. So you need to choose what you have, because otherwise you're going to be a very, very limited floating dome.
So what I am now.
Yes.
Oh, darn.
Limited floating dome.
Yeah. Oh.
ScarLeQuinn,
So sad.
Mr. Scar.
Yes.
What is your origin?
So I will also be playing the role of I will be playing the role of survivor.
Survivor. Wonderful.
Same.
So, for yourself and
That's
Bree,
why I said also.
Yeah, that's why you
You-
said also, but it didn't make any sense. This time.
So I know, I knew, but I was just like,
Yeah.
then I was like, oh wait, Bree's going after me.
for yourselves, you start with 2 traits and 1 additional perk. However, your traits have penalties that are
that'll be alright.
associated with them.
That don't
Of course
matter.
they do.
So, I will read out each of the traits and remember to mark them down as to what you're taking as we go along, because they will affect your stats as we roll them up. Firstly, we have educated. Benefit. You have 1 additional tag skill. Penalty. When you fail a skill test using a skill other than a tag skill, the games master or overseer gains 1 action point.
That should be fine. They're not important.
Sure they're not.
Everything is fine.
Everything is awesome.
Yeah.
Just ignore my
Nothing
panic
is
expression.
everything's terrible.
Trait number 2. Fast shot. If you take a second major action in combat and you use it to make a range attack, the additional major action costs 1 AP rather than 2 AP action points. Penalty. You cannot benefit from the aim minor action. You're too impatient. Immediately, that one's just like, no, thank you. Gifted. You choose 2 special attributes and increase them by 1 each. Penalty. Your maximum number of luck points is 1 fewer than your luck attribute.
Also, I feel not important.
Depends on your build.
It doesn't add to anything, but it affects everything you do in a small way.
Yes, exactly. Heavy-handed. Your melee damage bonus increases by 1. Penalty. Your melee and unarmed attacks suffer a complication on a 19 or a 20, rather than just a 20.
Fine.
And finally, small frame. You may re-roll a 1d20 on all agility tests which rely on balance or contortion. The penalty: your carry weight is limited to 150 plus 5 times your strength modifier in pounds, rather than 150 plus 10 times your strength modifier in pounds.
That's so fucking nuts.
Are you silly dum-dums actually following along?
Yeah.
Good.
Goddamn wastelanders.
Damn wastelanders.
I'll likely have to take gifted, personally.
That's fine. We will decide those now. So we have the choice of 3 different formulas for your special. You can do the balanced route, the focused route, or the specialized route. Balanced gives you 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 5, 5 in whichever order you decide to place them out in. Focused gives you 8, 7, 6, 6, 5, 4, 4 in whichever route you lay them out in. And specialized is 9, 8, 5, 5, 5, 4, 4 in whichever route you lay them out in. These can be placed into any of your special stats, however you decide you want to place them out. I am leaving it down to the discussion of the table to actually converse and try and make yourself a party that can do things rather than die.
Could you repeat them
I would say
again?
probably focused over specialized.
Yeah.
Balanced will get us killed.
Yeah.
Specialized will get us killed unless we have experience with the tabletop systems and with the world.
Yeah.
I would like to go balanced.
I was going to say
Cool.
focused.
So, for those of you who are going balanced, you have 5 6s to be able to put into your special stats and 2 5s.
Oh.
For those of you who are going focused, you have an 8, a 7, 2 6s, a 5, and 2 4s.
Oh, a 4 means that you can put something in others, right?
Correct, yes. So,
Cool.
4 charisma gang, let's go.
So yeah, but my plan is to be more balanced to hopefully fill any cracks that we have in the party, potentially. As in, if
Door in the crack.
Cool.
filler.
So,
I
That
have
is
some
what
of
they
that.
call them.
Hold on, I have. That's right. That's right. I have some crack filler.
Yeah, yes, there it is. There's
Sorry, I
crack
have it right.
filler.
It's a prop.
Goddamn Gavin from Autoglass going around squirting his special resin into people's cracks. Unbelievable.
Oh,
I'll
no.
fill some.
30 minutes into the stream. 30 minutes.
You did this.
We did
You
I
that,
know I-
guys.
I'll
This is
fill
your
some.
fault.
I'll fill some cracks.
It's not you that I'm disappointed in. It's one of my regular players.
That's fair enough.
I have props on hand.
I know you do.
All the props.
Okay.
I
It's
don't
not
So-
definitely because my house is in disrepair.
Maybe, hey,
not
next
bad.
week I'll have a wrench.
There we
'Cause I have
go.
a wrench. Anyway.
So, would you all like to discuss what your ideas are for your character builds?
Yes.
So then I will just sit back and be quiet for a little bit until you have established what your specials are going to be, and then talk the traits
Yeah.
and make sure that is balanced first.
I wrote some stuff down, but because I didn't know what the specials meant, I kind of worked backwards, if that makes sense.
Right.
kind of like what I wanted to do, and then it would tell me what the special needed to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So my idea is she's a wanderer.
The
Play the song.
wanderer,
Play the fucking song.
wanderer, roam
Around,
around.
Sorry, carry on, Bree. You triggered
Cool.
us.
It's a wanderer. I don't know what that means.
It's a
like-
wanderer.
But yeah, basically, just looking for scrap and taking it apart and selling it.
Mhm.
So,
Good.
Scrounger.
Scrapper.
yeah. And I wanted to do that. I wanted to take repair, survival, and barter.
Cool.
And then I wanted to hit things with my wrench, so that's a melee.
Cool. So in terms of
What's that?
repair, survival, and barter, let's just
survival.
scroll up to back where
It's,
it is.
Intelligence, endurance, and charisma. Is that what you said?
Wonderful.
It does say under repair that you can sort of ask to use strength. I want
Yes,
to hit
you
it
could-
until it works.
Plus of maintenance,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, I got my wrench. I'm gonna hit it until it works.
I mean, it depends on how high your strength stat is, but sure.
High, hopefully, cause melee, and then hitting it
We-
until it works. So.
We shall. Sure.
Yeah.
So, as Mr. Handy, I wanted to split my focus into 3 ways.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to go pilot.
That's the other one that I wanted to.
Mhm.
I wanted to go medicine, and a third one that would hopefully help the party out in whatever
Okay.
we don't have.
We'll fill that in just a moment. Then.
Exactly.
I was
yeah.
also looking at pilot because I don't want to walk around the wasteland. It's not my thing. So.
Unfortunately, it's very many people's things. It's
But
gonna
I
be a
got loads of
while,
stuff. Loads of
but it's
stuff.
also very loud.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you will get shot.
Yeah. I know, like, personally, I know it's not going to come up very often, but I want to be a pilot, as in a plane or a helicopter. No, it's not called a helicopter. I can't remember the names. Pilot.
John.
So I know it's good, but I know it's going to be like a somewhat
Right.
useless or not very valid
Yeah.
skill. but I
Look,
want to-
vertibirds may or may not
Vertibirds,
come
that's
up at some point. I don't know whether I'm going to be kind enough to give you pilot simulation for B-52 bombers.
That sounds
That's
fun.
it. I'm quitting. That's it.
You'll have to be lucky and see if you can find a training pod for one of those.
But yeah, I wanted some kind of car to carry all the shit because I was gonna go small frame. But if that's not a thing, then I won't go small frame.
It
'Cause I
it
need
is
to
a thing, but
carry
it's not something. It's not something you're gonna have immediately.
Then I won't
it's
have a
something.
small frame, even though I have
Yeah,
a small frame.
Yeah, it's a thing to work towards.
Okay.
Scar, what about yourself? What are you thinking of for your skills?
Gonna be most likely leaning towards small guns, survival, and repair.
Okay. And what about yourself, Sarah? Just because I want to establish something which I don't think all of you have realized just yet.
Oh no.
So, part of what I want to go for is intelligence build. So I want to go towards hacking and science stuff.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as far as I'm aware so far, that's 3 of you that are intending on taking the repair skill.
Yeah.
That's not a problem if you want to do it, but obviously that does leave some considerable holes unless you...
You know, I'll
Oh.
take medicine rather than repair. I'll take medicine.
Sarah, is that okay with you?
I mean,
Because Doran has
still-
taken medicine as well.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So essentially, what is the best intention is for you all to at least have one tag skill, one skill that is in a weapon of some kind.
Mhm.
Because for the love of God, please take the ability to do some damage.
No.
A wrench.
No.
And then use the other ones to fill out your character specialization, so to speak.
Mhm.
So Scar is going small guns, which for those of you at home is anything from a 9mm pistol all the way up to a anti-material rifle, which is a
Small.
yes,
Yeah, I was
which,
gonna say.
which an anti-material rifle is a 50 BMG Beowulf round with depleted uranium tips. It could punch a hole in the side of a tank, basically.
It's the I wasn't asking load.
Yes, it's the I want to kill the thing in that direction. We have big guns, which are things like miniguns,
Batman.
Gatling lasers, Gauss weapons, or the Fat Man tactical nuclear weapon launcher, which is which for those of you who don't know is a close range tactical nuke.
Close range.
It's a close range tactical nuke, as in within 200 feet of yourself. Bree's face.
Yeah.
Nothing
Yeah.
more amazing than
Yeah.
shooting that.
No, that's fucking. I want to kill everything over there.
Yeah, it's literally that area. Fuck that area. It's the fireball of this game system. We then have energy weapons, which is differentiated into laser guns, plasma weapons, and Gauss weapons. We have melee weapons, which is bats,
Wrench.
clubs, knives, boards, wrenches, and sledgehammers.
I want a baseball bat. That's what I want.
Sick that you're in Chicago, or you're going to be in Chicago, and you're starting out in Boston. If you can't find a goddamn baseball bat in one of those two places, you're doing something wrong.
No, called baseball bats though. I can't remember what they called. Whackers?
Sluggers.
That's it. Sliders.
No, I'll have you know, it's a swatter.
What?
Swatters, yeah. Because they used to do the traditional
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, it's
thing
gone.
of baseball. We're beat up to every today.
Oh, you went away and then came back.
They used to do the
Swatters.
They used to do the traditional thing of
What?
wagging the fuck out.
Of beating each other to death on every Sunday.
Yes.
Which,
The classic
again,
American pastime.
They were goddamn heroes.
America's
Gang
favorite
signs.
pastime.
Heroes.
We have throwing, which is for launching weapons with your hands like spears or knives, and then finally unarmed, fighting without a weapon by making unarmed strikes. But that technically also carries over to things like brass knuckles, deathclaw gauntlets, or if you're very lucky, a power fist.
As a Mr. Handy, would I be able to do the Vulcan nerve pinch?
No.
Damn it.
Star Trek doesn't exist in this universe.
Fuck!
Yes, it does. Take that back.
No, it doesn't, because Fallout differentiated at the timeline of 1940s, and Star Trek came out in the 1960s.
No.
So, no Star
Which
Trek
means-
for you.
Damn
Which
it!
is my favorite car still exists, but but Star Trek doesn't. So it's fine.
Correct.
Bah.
1949 is the agreed upon Fanon agreed date as to where it differentiates, because 1949 is where the invention of the transistor came in, and they don't have transistors in Fallout, so that's what everyone agrees on.
Okay.
So you gotta deal with vacuum tubes.
Which are very aesthetic, mind. Just
Oh yes,
really, it's really expensive to produce and really unreliable.
yes. I cannot wait for my Nixon tube clock to turn up. Just for the aesthetic. But yes, so we have small guns in Scar. we have melee weapons in Bree.
I'm thinking of going energy weapons for the sciencey
Yes.
actor.
Fucking yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
Obviously, remember that making sure to find ammunition of your specific types is important. And for yourself, Doran, so yours is going to depend on which of your arm attachments you take. Okay?
Yeah.
So I actually misread. There's actually more arm attachments than I thought previously. Okay? So you have the choice between a 10mm auto pistol. So you can make range attacks with a 10mm auto pistol, as it is in the base weapons. A buzzsaw, a flamer, which acts as a short-range flamethrower, a laser emitter, which acts as a laser gun, or a pincer. So you can have 3 of those.
Yeah, pincer would be unarmed
Mm-hmm.
and technically throwing, I guess, if I had something to throw.
Technically, yes.
What do you guys think? What do you want your Mr. Handy to be?
Carry my shit. I'm sorry.
I mean, if we spec you for melee, you've got your saw blade, and we can always just duct tape a knife to your other arm.
It's true. It's
I mean,
true.
yeah.
I'll take 1 saw blade, please, Captain.
Okay, and what about your 2 other arms?
I'll just be hands or pincers or human
Full
hands.
blade.
Oh.
2 pincers and a saw blade. Cool.
Yeah.
So your buzzsaw does 3 piercing damage and 1 physical damage. Don't worry, we'll go over this at a later date. I'm just saying, just so you know.
Hmm.
And your pincers have the ability to carry 40 pounds each.
Carry my shit.
But obviously you can't go over your 150 pound
Yeah.
limit until you upgrade yourself.
Yeah.
Okay?
Can I upgrade myself, or do I have to rely on someone else?
No, other people have to upgrade
Yeah.
you. You cannot upgrade yourself.
Is that me? Because I just hit things, so.
Please don't touch me.
I must make the request that you do not touch me. So, start assigning your points and your skills. Start trying to figure out what you've got. And remember, if you need to ask me what your traits are, because some of you have extra tag skills that you can put on.
So, Scott, me and you want to go medicine, right?
Yes.
Are you going to go fully into medicine, or what?
That's more going to be a side skill. So intelligence isn't as high as a focus stat for me. But to kind of like give you an idea of my character, Ben, what year is it specifically?
Specifically, it is 2183.
2183. Okay, cool. So in 2271, the Ranger Unification Pact was signed in Nevada.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry. Ignore me. So it'd be... that was prior to remembering that you were going to be a thing. So we're going to go with 2260.
2260, cool.
So it's prior to Fallout 3.
Cool. So around kind of that time, Caesar's Legion first sprung up and started moving west. The Desert Rangers, which were formed in Texas, Arizona, and Nevada, kind of loosely based on the Texas Rangers of like our modern day, they essentially had their back broken in Arizona by Caesar's Legion as it was moving west towards Nevada and Hoover Dam. My character is a former member of those Desert Rangers whose squad was wiped out during the war with Caesar's Legion and has essentially just been wandering ever since because his entire squad is dead and he literally has nothing to live for. So he's just been wandering away. So medicine is very much a secondary. It's more of like a combat medic kind of thing. But his main specialty is basically going to be keeping himself and everyone else around him alive as best as he can, knowing how to survive in the radiation and the elements. And of course, with the specialization in small guns, he is first and foremost a marksman.
Right, okay. So I'll focus more into medicine then, and you can be my nurse, if that's okay. Nice. Right.
Um,
So Ben, you mentioned balanced build, focus build, and there was a third one, which I can't remember.
Specialized.
Specialized. What's that one?
9,
9,
8,
8,
3 5s,
3,
and 2
5,
4s.
2.
so I'm thinking maybe go more. I don't know. Barter survival repair. I don't know. No, I don't know. I just thought like agility, but I don't really. I won't have enough to make that good.
Yeah, to carry all the scrap, you need to be drunk. Fuck.
Yeah. I mean, you could
Yeah.
genuinely carry my stuff.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, sure.
Only,
I would be
only up to
happy to.
100. Only up to £150, which isn't that much.
No. Unless you get me good armor. And then I will still be
Yes.
happy to.
I can't touch you, otherwise I'd fix you.
We'll get to that in game.
Just hit things until they work.
So Ben, if I'm correct, strength is not that beneficial to me because
Strength
it doesn't affect
correct.
my strength. It doesn't affect my carry weight. It doesn't affect my damage.
So yeah, for you, it's not really that beneficial. For yourself, it's better off as a dump stat.
Okay, so it's going as a dump stat. And endurance, does that affect a robot?
There was nothing on the thing that said anything about endurance not helping you.
Right. Okay.
Just strength. Yeah, strength is the only one that isn't helpful to you.
Right. Should I be going balanced then?
Like I'm dump statting charisma. That's
So might I recommend that someone has some kind of charisma?
Yeah, I was also gonna
Yeah.
dump stat charisma. I think we've gone with pretty much the same character.
I've got about 6 in charisma.
it's high agility, high endurance.
No,
Yeah.
it needs to be high. Mine needs to be high because I'm gonna barter and shit. So mine will
so-
be high, but I'm not gonna play it with good charisma.
No, that's fine. Again,
It'll
So
be
it's-
if you're going to the store, sell this.
Yeah.
yeah, and that's fine.
Buy my
Like,
fucking shit.
yeah, that's fine. That's literally
That's-
it's the wasteland. Just make a point not to piss off the storekeeper because
Yeah.
they just won't buy off you.
Okay.
So you are going high charisma then, Bree.
I suppose so. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was
I've got
gonna
about-
argue perception for like the whole all of it.
You're a surprisingly charming wasteland weirdo.
I'm chill. And then I hit
Baseball.
things with a baseball bat. So and a wrench.
So I have a +5 in strength and charisma, and then a +6 in everything.
Cool.
So
Everything else.
Intelligence is my highest, so it's gone 8 in my intelligence. And then perception is my next highest, 7. My dump stats are strength and luck with both falls.
Cool. It's fine. Don't forget about your traits because obviously you've got a additional tag skill, and for your self Doran, yours is based around your perception ability. So make sure that your perception is a 6 as opposed to a 5. Is just would be my recommendation.
My perception is currently a 6, so should I
Yeah.
make it a 7?
No, you can make it. It's one of the 3, but you automatically are better at it. But just might as well not have it as one of your dumps. You know.
Yeah.
Gifted is gaining a +1 to 2 special scores. Yeah.
So
Gifted.
So
Yes.
should I have
+1 to 2 special scores, but you have 1 less luck point than your luck total.
should I be putting a +1 on my perception?
No. So it's just you're better at it when you do those rolls.
Okay.
Say you needed to detect that there's radiation in the next room
Mm-hmm.
for
Humans.
Bree, Scar, or Sarah, it would be a difficulty level 3. For you, would be a difficulty level 2.
Right. Okay. Should I be going balance build then?
It's up to you.
In all honesty, I was tempted to go specialized, but then I reminded myself I should not do that because it's a difficult game.
You can go. You
Agility
can,
9, let's go.
you can go
Go.
specialized. You just need to be able to fill the holes in as a party, which is why I wanted to do a proper session 0,
Yeah.
as opposed to you all specializing and then having massive gaps in what you all can do.
Yes.
Because as much as this game is rough, I don't actually want to kill you outright straight away.
So we have Brion Barter. We have Sarah on energy weapons. We don't have anyone that lockpicks. We have Brion melee,
strength
me
is
on
for?
pilot, Sarah and Bree on repair, Sarah on science, Scar on small guns.
Yeah, the thing is, though, the
Speech.
repair was just to repair the car. That was gonna break every 5 minutes. So, like,
My repair, I was going to focus mainly on like Doran and other stuff when that late show.
Mhm.
Rather
yeah,
than,
so
it's like I would know nothing about cars.
if I'm. Yeah, I mean, it's just the carrying stuff, isn't it? Because then I could
Yeah.
go like small and sneaky and not get caught, rather than the other one that I wanted to do was just make a lot of noise and then just hit things.
Yeah.
So I can't do that. So I'll just do the.
I'm happy to take either explosives or lockpick over medicine if you guys would like to specialize in a different direction.
So honestly, I think
I have an empty skill that I wanted to think.
So
Okay,
part,
why
so
not?
part of the question is becoming
Oh.
is, are you all going loud and proud, or are you actually going to bother trying to sneak? Because none of you are even contemplating taking the sneak skill. So
Yeah.
you can you can technically strength your way through a door.
Yeah,
That's what
I
I was
mean that
thinking.
was like
Explosives.
the idea, but I don't know.
It's up to
everyone's
you.
Doing that.
That's why I was like thinking like, I don't know how stealthy a jet propelled robot could be, but I could try and do something like that if people wanted
You
to do
don't
that.
need you don't need to sneak with an anti-material rifle.
That's fair.
You're too
Yeah.
far away for them to see you.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
so there's 2 ways that I think that, like, you could tell me that I'm wrong because I don't know what's going on. But there's 2 ways that I imagine that I would have survived for so long, is to be quicker than everybody else, i.e. on a vehicle, and then hit
Vehicle?
things, or to be a bit more sneaky about it, I guess. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, you could technically just literally. So part of you being a survivor
Yeah.
is that in some kind of technicality, bullets aren't as effective on people after the war.
Neither would wrench.
It's debatable.
It doesn't matter if you're a squishy human or an 8-foot-tall super mutant. A wrench to the dome is still going to put you on your
Yeah,
ass.
exactly.
Yeah.
So worry about it less in terms of the realism of it, more in terms of how you want to play it. Because this game, while it's got some realistic elements, it doesn't want you to be 100% realism with all of it.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
So you could technically be a strength endurance build and just run straight at bullets if you wanted to.
if we want a sneak person, I can swap out my repair for sneak because all the tag does is makes you a rank 2. I've got enough intelligence to make that up to a 3 to the max. So
Nice.
if that's more easier for people.
I tell you what, I can do sneak over medicine, as I probably have the highest agility of the group.
Yeah, I might dumpstart that then.
Yeah, I can take agility. I can take sneak, which is going to allow me to tweak
Unless I just go.
my special a little bit.
Might go balanced.
So in that case, I'm going to take 4 intelligence, and I'm going to put that 6 in luck, bringing it down to 5. Yeah, there we go. That'll do me.
Is there any benefit between going melee weapon and unarmed?
What was that? Sorry.
Would there be any benefit be going to unarmed to melee weapon?
For yourself,
Like if I just get 3 pincers.
I mean, there's no major benefit to that or detriment to it. It's just if you don't have any pincers, then you can't lockpick or things like that.
Mm-hmm. But there's no detriment to having no actual weapon if I take unarmed.
No.
I might. If Bree wants me to carry stuff, I might just go have 3 pincers.
She's just going to make you into a goddamn protectron. You know that, right?
That's fine. I'm here to help.
No, it's okay.
I'm a Mr. Handy. I have multiple hands.
Can we turn
It's
you
an
into subway
assaultron
token?
with the pinwheel hat.
Yes. Oh.
And also that helps me split up what I want to do for unarmed versus melee weapons. So I just focus more on unarmed than anything.
Cool, that's fine. So we have long range,
2 short
as
range.
well, two short range as well, and 2 melee. That's fine. Because Scar is technically all ranges dependent on the weapon they get. Much the same as Sarah is, but try finding a scatter plasma gun is going to take a little bit of time.
I am here to do some business with the big iron on my hip.
Big iron on his hip.
I'm a folk dweller. The world is safe. According to me.
No, it's not. The world is
No,
terrible.
I know it's terrifying.
Oh, don't worry. I'm looking forward to figuring out what vault Sarah's from, but that will be discussed off stream.
Yes.
Can I help with this?
Maybe.
I'm a sick and twisted individual. I'm perfect for this discussion.
I studied psychology for this entire reason.
Oh god.
I mean, it could just be boring and be from 118.
No.
Would anyone be opposed for me going specialized instead of balanced and putting my 9 into perception?
Crack on.
Beautiful.
So I can be a 360 monster perception man. Bot.
We can boost you with advanced sensors as well that will bump your perception even higher.
Yep.
Cool.
You could technically go above 10.
I'm a hit.
All I'm imagining is that really shitty TV show Pimp My Ride. It's just Pimp My Mr.
Also,
Handy.
that would help because you don't need to sleep, which means when we camp, you can stand sentry.
Cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Endurance effects robots, right?
Endurance effects robots, yes.
Okay.
Cool. Let me show you these and see if it makes sense. So I've gone strength 8, endurance 7, perception and charisma 6, intelligence 5, and agility and luck 4. What's the luck for?
Luck is basically the ability to re-roll things if you mess them up, essentially.
Yes.
But if you've got an incredibly high, like if you went for a 9 in luck, there's all sorts of bullshit you can do because you basically can see the fact that it's a game system and just manipulate it as you want. It's so bad. Yeah, literally, you basically become a little bit like Deadpool.
I've taken into account the +1 to my 2 special scores and the -1 to luck from gifted on this.
So it's not a -1 to it's not a -1 to gifted. It's a -1 from the amount of luck points you have.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
so if your luck is say 5,
Yeah.
you have 4 luck points as opposed to 5 luck points. Okay.
Okay. So in that case, my special scores are 5 strength, 6 perception, 8 endurance, 4 charisma, 4 intelligence, 9 agility, 6 luck.
Whoa.
What was your intelligence, Bree?
5.
Okay. What was yours, Sarah?
So I'll go through mine. So
Okay.
mine's strength 4, perception 7, endurance 6, charisma 6, intelligence 8, agility 6, and luck 4.
So I have a 4 in strength, a 9 in perception, blank in endurance, a 4 in charisma, and then a blank everything else. I have 8 and 3 5s left.
Nice.
So I was thinking of maybe putting an 8 in endurance if it helps my health and
Worth
armor
it.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely worth it.
Since
8 in
I'm being a
endurance, and
melee.
then 8 in endurance, a 5 and everything else.
Yeah.
So technically, the luckiest individual here is the robot.
It's pretty lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. He hovers.
Yeah.
They found us.
It makes sense for me. All of my friends are dead, but I survived, so that's kind of lucky.
All my friends are dead. All my
makes
friends are dead.
It makes sense for my backstory too, which I'll get into.
we will
out
we
stream.
will discuss that out to stream, yeah,
Mm,
because we will
I
not
don't
have
one of
time.
those. I don't have one of those.
But I
Cool.
Don't worry.
need to hop off if that's okay with you guys. Are we all right to jump onto intermission for a sec so you can sort Cam?
Yeah.
Yep, no problem at all. So sorry for taking a little bit longer than we intended, Scar.
No worries at all.
But thank you very much for joining us. We'll pop onto a quick break now. We'll be back in just a moment, guys, and then Scar will join us when we actually go for our full session 1 when they're in their property, not gallivanting around the country.
I am, in fact, gallivanting around a different country today.
Hey.
Wow.
I'm over the
Same as
border.
ours.
Ooh.
Right, cool. Yeah, see you guys.
Catch you in a second,
okay?
guys.
Bye.
In a few guys.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Thank you for hanging with us. We have lost a ScarLeQuinn. They have this despicable thing called a social life, and have had to disappear into the ether until the next game. So, the next part that we are going through with our session 0 of our character creation is the tagged and buy-in skill ranks. So, as we discussed a little bit off camera, Bree and Doran have 3 tag skills that they have ability to choose. Sarah has 4. In each of these tagged skills, add 2 ranks to those tagged ones. Okay? So whichever ones you choose to go with, add 2 ranks to those.
Okay. Cool question. So
Cool,
you
yep.
just said that being educated was a rarity,
Correct.
but one of the things for the survivor is being educated.
Correct. So you've lucked out, and that you're part of a group that actually had the ability to teach you things rather than just go out there, pick up that piece of metal.
Okay. So that's a maybe.
Which is something that the group that we just discussed would afford you, if not a traditional education, more of an apprenticeship.
Like hit things and then they work.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Cool.
It's kind of how Halite is in
But you know where to hit something to get it to work.
Yeah. Cool.
Like, you
makes sense.
probably know more than my character knows, even though my character probably has proper education in the vault.
Correct.
Yeah. Cool. So if I go educated, that means I have another tag. Also.
Correct.
I really want to go small frame.
Then take it.
But what is that so your carry weight is only 5 times your strength and not 10 times your strength?
Yeah, but you are fairly strong,
Yeah.
and you are intending on getting other means of doing it, so that's fine.
Yeah.
If in doubt, we'll get dog meat and make them carry it like in game.
If in doubt, you can procure a Brahmin at some point.
I am a robot.
Yes.
I will carry things for you.
Can we get a Brahmin?
Maybe. It depends on what you want to go and do, but we'll get to that later.
My goal.
All right. Then I will go with that. Then
Cool. So,
I think.
have you all chosen
Or
your
heavy-handed.
tag skills?
I don't know yet. Shit.
Yes. I have chosen medicine, pilot, and unarmed.
Cool.
I've chosen energy weapons, lockpick, repair, and science.
Barter,
Mhm.
melee weapons, repair. Oh, survival,
Mhm.
repair.
Cool. So
I guess I don't have pilot. That make I.
that's fine. You can still pilot it.
It's just
but
not like
it's just not the thing that you learned how to do. You learned how to find the things to make it work rather than actually drive it.
Okay, that was what it was gonna be learned, but that's okay.
But you can still, in a moment, you can still add. So
It's
you
like
have
backwards.
9 plus your intelligence amount of additional ranks that you can place in.
so that would be 9 plus 5 because my
Yeah,
intelligence is 5.
So 14 for you, Doran. For Sarah, I believe it's a 17.
Yeah, 17. Which is why I was going to say it seems broken, but okay.
You're smart.
What is-
so...
You're smart, yes.
I know.
What's the maximum number for perk points?
So let me just scroll to that.
And then rank is what?
That's what I'm just checking now. Bear with me. X choose 3 tags. Your origin may guarantee you an extra tag skill. Each of your tag skills begins at rank 2. Each other one begins at 0. You may then buy ranks. During character creation, you cannot increase any skill to a rank above 3 unless you are creating a level 3 character above, which we're not.
Okay.
So was that your skills or your?
In the skills, yes. You can go up to a maximum of rank of 3 in any skill that you choose. So that's why I'm saying that you can have 3 in pilot if you wanted to. It's just not it's not one of your tag skills. It just means that
it's just you don't get it immediately right away.
So what does the tag skill mean then?
It's 2 free ranks in
Ah,
each of those skills.
okay.
Sorry, you got lockpicking, right?
Yeah. All my tag skills I've put to the max rank 3.
Same.
That is advisable.
Because it's pretty easy.
Better to be specialists than balanced in this game.
Okay.
So, speech and bartering.
Is what Bree has taken.
Yeah, what is the difference between them?
Speech is trying to convince someone to do something. Bartering is convincing someone to give you more caps.
Give me more money.
Would science benefit me, myself, and I?
Not really, because you can't hack.
I can't hack myself, no.
You can't hack full stop.
You can't hack and you can't fix yourself.
I can't hack.
No, the keyboards are too small for your pincers.
But I use tiny bits.
No.
That's an upgrade
Fine.
that we can do.
Yeah. At some
I
point
hit
you might be.
Till it works.
If they give you a cable that you can plug into something, then yeah, sure. But at this point, no.
I will speak to the machine. I
Oh,
will
God.
take 3 in throwing. Because I have 3 arms, and I'm not afraid to throw 40 kilograms of weight to someone.
Pounds, not kilograms.
Pounds, damn it.
Significantly different.
That is over. Half my weight.
Yeah, there's
I'm a
10
robot.
pounds is 4 kilograms.
I'm a robot.
I'm a robot. Scar's got survival. No one's getting sneak?
I put my sneak to max.
Put your sneak to max?
You will not be quiet, Doran, because you have a jet that keeps you flying.
What if I put a muffler on my jet?
Wow.
Then you will not be flying because your jet doesn't work anymore.
Can I Dr. Octopus it and just like have my pincers just like crawl across the ground?
No.
Is Doc Ock quiet?
No.
Maybe. He could probably
But
be
also, your arms don't bend that way.
Don't bend that way.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Athletics. What is athletics?
How fast do you
Sorry,
go?
I don't know many things, so I ask a
Zoom
lot.
around.
That's fine. Just need it. Go to it each time.
We haven't done those yet,
Athletics?
have we? No.
No, not yet. Athletics describes your ability to apply physical strength and agility, know your limits, but also how to focus during physical exertion. Its default special attribute is strength, but it can also be used with agility or endurance for physical adversity. You might use athletics when trying to push, pull, or lift objects, jump, climb, swim, or run. That's something that I need to point out to you, Doran. You cannot swim.
Oh.
Oh. Can I float above water?
Correct.
Yay! But I can't. I wouldn't want to go in there anyway. Fucking
Yeah,
just
but if any of the rest of them attempt to swim under the water to be stealthy, that is not going to happen because you are going to be a literal jet just floating along the water behind them. Just
I'll heat up the water so it's not cold for you guys.
It's not going to happen anyway because of the radiation, okay?
Oh.
So athletics could be good.
I mean, you could definitely Kool-Aid Man through doors if you want to. Just oh yeah.
Dunk. What else would be good for a robot?
Do you? How many points do you have left?
8.
So think about not so much just what you have now, but also think about what you want your robot to get turned into at some point. It's not just focusing on the things that you want to be able to do right now. It's what skills will benefit you in the future. So, for example, you've just taken throwing, right?
Yeah.
Take explosives. So yeah, you could throw dynamite and grenades.
Make
really
dynamite
far.
enough. Yeah.
I also know what trinket I want. I know that's way in the future. But...
Yeah.
I know what it
That's fine.
was.
That's fine.
Oh, here we go. There's tag, skill, item. Oh no, they're items. Oh no, I'm on the wrong one. How?
Don't worry, we'll get there in a moment.
I know.
Once.
I'm trying to find the skills. This is not it. Go back. Yeah, because I'm on the perks. I think that they're the skills and they're not. I think it's back.
Because you've used perception and endurance for your mains, haven't you?
Me.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll get back to you in a second, Bree. Just because I listened and I was like, follow my trail of thought, otherwise I'll forget it. So obviously you've got survival that you could focus on if you wanted to, because that's endurance. Lock picking.
Oh yeah.
Explosives, energy weapons, and big guns are all endurance or perception ones.
Yeah, that's a good point. How common are big weapons in this TTRPG?
We'll find out.
Okay.
Take the skill and you'll never use it.
No,
That's why I'm planning for pilots.
I'm not that cruel. I will provide big weapons. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, you have 2 10mm rounds. Fuck you. Like,
You have 3. Deal with it.
like, I want you to actually have fun, but I just want you to have to actually think instead of just, oh yeah, I take my Tommy gun and just spray 1,000 rounds.
Fucking get someone.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like,
So why my skills? Even though I've put energy weapons my specialism, I've also put stuff into melee weapons and small guns. So
yes,
I've got backups.
good idea.
Okay, cool.
Also worth you probably doing the same, Bree, if
Yeah. So you're so you just have one skill and for your tags. Is that right? Is that right?
you have 3 tagged skills.
Yeah. Does that mean that they get like a
So all 3 of those have 2 free ranks in them.
2? Right. Cool. Yeah. I can't click that, but yeah, that's that. Melee. Survival.
So if no one is taking speech, I would recommend someone take speech, even if you aren't.
Speech.
Yeah.
So,
You have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I don't really want to talk to anyone.
But speech is my
Even
max.
though I have to.
Okay.
Just because stabbing and fighting your way out of every scenario is not always the option, and
Can I barter with my life?
yes,
See what I did there with the barter? Nice.
I would recommend that you don't do that in this world.
So I didn't put any in barter because I've coming out of the vault. I wouldn't know I wouldn't know about caps and stuff like that. So
you would know this, Bree, as your character, but slavery and slave collars are a thing.
As in, no, it's not what I meant.
Yeah, I know, but that's what they would mean. If you say, "Can I do something in exchange for my life?"
No.
Your life is valuable.
As in, I'm gonna hit them.
So, who doesn't have what? I put 2 in.
Don't worry so much.
Okay.
Don't worry so much about that. Just because otherwise we're going to spend forever on the skills and never get around to anything else.
I got 4.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh no, I got another one.
Max out stealth. I will be stealthy.
Maybe when you get legs.
Dum, dum, dum.
I will be stealthy.
I will be stealthy.
Not just duck.
Who knows? Maybe you'll be lucky and you'll find some sentry legs.
Oh my god, that would be sick. Now I want to get the tank treads.
Robo brain treads.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, has anyone else got like 0 in ranks? Is that a
Yeah.
thing?
You'll have 0 in some ranks.
Okay.
Again, the idea of this game is for you to be a specialist in things.
Yeah. Okay.
And you can try it, but you will likely fuck it up.
Question.
In things that you're not good at.
Question. In repair, I can't repair myself, but could I instruct someone how to repair me?
No, because technically you have to be turned off when you are being repaired.
Cool.
What if he writes a manual? Just like to feel.
And then it'll come down to the ability of, does the person actually have the ability to read?
Yeah.
Because not everyone in Fallout can read.
I can read.
I know you can read because you're from the vault.
I can probably read, right? I'm a ribbit.
You're a robot, yeah, because you're pre-war, so.
Yeah, I can't tick these. It's very annoying.
I just highlighted it
So for the next part, I recommend all of you have the manual up because there's a lot of perks to go through.
Hold on, I'm making sure I'm calculating it right because I think I
that's
may have given
lovely.
myself extra points than I should not deserve.
Okay,
You are-
I did a tally tracker online, so I did each
Yeah.
level.
I thought I did it correctly, but I don't think I did.
You should have 20 ranks across everything, Doran.
Winging it.
20? Yeah.
Yeah, because you got 3 tag skills, which is
Yeah.
6, and then 14 points through your 9 plus your intelligence, so 20 across everything.
Yeah. I got
Yeah.
one more because I used educated.
Yes. It is worthwhile
Hard
having.
things.
Done did me teaching things.
They teach it me things. Okay. What else?
So that's it for the moment. We're just waiting to make sure Doran.
I'm doing it as well. I am.
Yeah, I gave myself an extra 2 points accidentally.
I'd like to lie. I think.
I like to lie.
Then
Yeah.
that is speech.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm not going to force you to roll on every lie, but if it's a big lie, you might need to be able to.
This is a very important lie.
Okay.
Cool. All sorted. Nice. Sick.
8. 8 over there. 9.
Sorry for being slow.
It's okay. It's no problem. It's a brand new system.
I'm also being slow.
It's a brand new system. There's no
Least-
rush.
At least I'm not alone.
The reason I was quick because I was easy. I was folk dweller. Won't know that. Won't know that. Won't know that.
Yeah.
Max out everything else.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 10 already.
Being a robot is actually really difficult because
4 more.
I have pre-war knowledge like a Vault Dweller would, but I also might have after war knowledge because I'm just always about.
we will have this conversation because we'll need to establish exactly where you were when the bombs dropped.
Yeah, I know exactly where I was before the bombs dropped.
I know, but I don't, so I need to discuss.
Yeah, exactly. But, like, I know just about kind of where I would be.
Yeah,
I just
cool.
need to clarify with you to make sure it's okay and all that stuff.
Born. Right? When did
What
the
was that,
bombs
sorry?
drop? 50 years, is it?
No, it's 2077, so it has been 185 years.
Wow.
So enough time that the nuclear winter and the raging radiation storms have mostly bypassed, but not long enough for civilization to have fully.
Enough time to have no idea how I survived. Yeah.
And depending on how many fat men I fire, it'll take longer.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a running theme in Fallout games is to continue nuking themselves back to the Stone Age.
What's this? Is it small guns? Oh yeah, I have one of those. I should probably.
Yes.
What page is the perks on?
That is on page 59.
Okay. Oh, I thought it disappeared then. It didn't. Okay, it came back. Okay, I have 3 left. So, gonna do. I mean, you can see mine on stream, so.
Yeah, it's fine. That's what I'm looking at. Excuse me.
Should I just max out the athletics and pilot?
Yep, go for it.
Yeah.
They are useful to have.
So 3 there.
There is no bad skill in this. It is just what skills are appropriate to your character.
Got 1 more, and I think it will be.
Then why do I feel like I'm choosing everything wrong?
Because you're a perfectionist
I don't know how.
and you don't have enough things to make a perfect character.
Oops.
Oh, and so I'm quite calm about this. Usually D&D, I'm like, okay, go do this, 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 and this. I'm cool. I'm happy.
Just wait.
Mysterious stranger.
Yeah. Should I? Okay. I got 1 left. I don't know where to put it. Should I throw?
Yeah, if you want to.
Weapons for it? Nah, not really. Well, as long as fighting without a weapon.
Yeah, just put it in unarmed because it's always useful to be able to slug a guy.
Someone. My wrench isn't quite working out,
Or if you've dropped your wrench or whatever.
Drop my wrench. I'm gonna hit them in the face. Okay, I got it
Cool.
all.
So, we are now moving on to perk points. So, each level, you get a new perk. At level 1, you have 1 perk.
1 perk.
The perks are limited in different ways depending on the perk. So, for example, some of them can only be accessed after a certain level and with a minimum amount in a special stat.
Mhm.
So, for example, we have Adamantium Skeleton, which has 3 ranks to it, is available from level 1, but requires you have an endurance level of 7 before you can take it. And things like that. So, I'm going to ask you all to read through them, and I'm just going to read them out for the purposes of the stream, just so they have them. So if you need to mute me for a second, that's fine.
How many perk points do you say you have?
1.
Okay. So you cut out over there for a second, so I didn't hear.
Yeah, that's fine. So,
Can be
the purpose... it's useful. They're all useful in some situation.
I missed what a perk for me?
It could be
Aqua Boy.
Aqua Boy.
Take the
Can
perk
I just be a submarine?
No, take the perk that you literally cannot use.
I want to be a submarine.
Yeah, but you physically can't get under the water at the moment.
At the
Turn the jets
moment.
Yeah. Yeah, but that just means that he's then under the water. As soon as he turns the jets back on, he goes back out.
Unless I can dock rock.
I am here now.
I'm basically a squid.
You are not being a squid.
We would be able to use Mr. Handy as a robot then. Because if we're in the water, we just stand on top. We wouldn't get radiation.
But it depends on how heavy and you and all your stuff is. You can only lift 150 pounds.
It's like the old riddle of like crossing the river with the boat of the dog, and that's just one person at a time.
It's true. It'll take a while.
Yeah, I mean the average person is between 120 to 160 pounds before any gear and stuff. So
yeah, so if you strip naked, I can take you across, everyone across, and I can slowly take your stuff across as well. It would just take a fucking long time, and
then
all my jet fuel.
Yes, and then likely all of your fuel, correct? As opposed to walking down and going to the bridge.
Like, you take us over, we're totally naked, and then when you're gone, we'll just be there like, oh god, and then someone will attack us.
Yeah.
And we're like, well,
It's
great,
like,
now we're naked.
So I was like, so what happens
Oh,
is that you turn and there's 7 raiders that are all just staring at you as they watch your robot fly back across the river as you stand bollock naked.
Hello.
I've never understood clothes.
As you can see, we have no stuff for you to steal. Go have fun.
At that point, it's not worth the trouble, mate. Raiders move on.
You just see them pull up a bunch of crates and just sit down and just watch.
Okay.
Every time you go to walk away, just no. Just not even really brandishing the gun at you, just no. Stop. This is entertainment. Anyway.
Great.
Yeah, sorry.
So, for those of you at home, I am just going to read through the perk list.
I'm gonna leave them on there, and then I'm gonna go over there for a minute.
Yeah, okay. So,
Bye.
So, first one is Action Boy / Girl. There's one rank of it, has no requirements. When you spend AP, you take an additional major action. You do not suffer the increased skill test difficulty during your second action, which is sick. Sick. But there is lots and lots of really good stuff in here that I just love. Like, so for example, with Bree, the likelihood is they'll probably want to at some point take something in Blacksmith, which allows them to upgrade melee weapons. Unfortunately, I don't think any of you are able to take Bloody Mess, because none of you have the luck high enough to be able to do so.
I wanted to go luck build, but you said no.
Yeah, please forgive me for my first time. Let me learn.
If you kill my character, I will then go luck.
That's fine. That's fine.
If you kill
By
my
that point,
character, I will also go luck.
By that point, I'm presuming that I'll have at least a basic grips on the system.
So, are you going to read through all the perks?
I'm not reading through all of them. I'm just reading out the interesting ones, because otherwise I'd be here forever reading them all
Here
out.
until bloody next week.
Yeah. So you have things like Cautious Nature, which is a perception level, 7. Whenever you attempt a skill test, you buy 1 or more d20s by you spending action points. You may re-roll 1 d20 for the test. You may not purchase this perk if you've taken Daring Nature. Which is great. I love that there is now perks that lock you out of other perks. Which makes sense. It's like, if you're stupid, if you've taken Daring Nature, that means that you don't think about things, you're just running head first. Yeah. So yeah, you wouldn't be able to be cautious. Doesn't make sense.
Things that are ranked 1 above, are 2 and above, and not able to be taken.
No, so it just means that there's multiple levels to it.
Right, okay.
So, for example, I'll just go back up and explain that.
Mm-hmm.
Many perks have 1 or more requirements. These requirements must be met before you can select a perk for your character, like having a special attribute at a minimum rank. Each perk has a condition and a benefit. The condition describes the circumstances in which the perk can be used, and the benefit describes what you can do with the perk. You can choose a single perk from the perks list that you meet the requirements of. Some perks have multiple ranks which can be selected. Each rank counts as a single perk choice during character creation and progression. Okay? So, for example, if you take the Life Giver perk at level 5, you must be level 10 to take the second rank. Okay? So when a perk says the level requirement increases by X, it means that when you take the perk through character creation or advancement, you must then advance X amount of levels before you can take the next rank in it.
Right.
Does that make sense?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
So let me find... Sorry. So for Life Giver, so say you took it at level 5, you have to advance 5 additional levels before you can take the second rank in it, and then 5 additional levels again before you can take the third rank in it.
Mm-hmm.
But you could also take Life Giver at level 9 and then take it at level 10 as well, because you've hit the level minimum requirement.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So certain ones of them have minimum level requirements before you can take them. Okay? And it says it depending on each one. So, for example, on Adamantian Skeleton, when you suffer damage, the amount of damage needed to inflict a critical hit on you increases by your rank in this perk. For example, if you have 1 rank in this perk and you suffer a critical from a 6 or more rather than a 5 or more, each time you take this perk, the level requirement increases by 3. So you could take that at level 1, but then you would need to take have rank 2. You would need to be at level 4, and for the next one, you'd need to be at level 7.
I see. Right. Okay.
Okay, but it varies depending on each perk, which is why it's important to write down exactly what it is that you're taking. And why most of the ones that only have a single rank in them don't really fuss or muss with the level you need to be with it. Might I suggest that someone contemplate the idea of taking Hacker?
I've done it already.
Because it is sick in terms of a perk at level 1.
Yeah.
So for those of you at home, Hacker has one requirement, and that is an intelligence level of 8. The difficulty of a skill test required for you to hack a computer decreases by 1 all the way down to difficulty level 0, which means that at difficulty level 0, you just do it.
That's so good.
Yes.
That's so good.
Genuinely is great.
I was doing a toss up between Hacker and jury rigging, and I was like, no, my character background wouldn't do jury rigging. They would
fair
use
enough.
compliments and stuff, so Hacker made more sense.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's have a look. I want a dog.
Dog meat.
Douche.
Dog meat. I was also tempted to get dog meat, and that was a big.
I mean, you go up to level 20. You can go up past level 20 in this game. So I mean,
Get dog.
so you can get dog meat at a later date.
Yay!
It's fine.
Got my stats now. Okay.
I picked dog meat at a later date. I want to meet him at Red Rocket.
No. Does nobody want to take Farmer?
I like that. I like the name.
I mean, none of you have high enough luck to do it, but the Farmer.
I was looking at
Is it-
this is why I wanted to work backwards. I was looking at can do. When you're scavenging and then you get extra food, but I don't have enough luck.
Yep.
Boo. Oh, so you can't, blacksmith, you can't, even though
You have the minimum strength requirement, but because you're only at level 1, you can't take it just yet.
and the ranks mean that because I was away, sorry, the ranks
Yeah,
mean
so
I need 3 ranks in it.
so you at level 2 you could take the first rank, okay,
Oh, I understood.
And
Yeah, got it.
and then you can do rank level 1 mods, then rank level 2 mods, rank level 3 mods, rank level 4. But to get from rank 1 to rank 2, if you took it at level 2, you would need to get to level 6 before you can take the next rank.
Okay.
Because it increases by 4 each time.
Okay. Cap collector. Increase or decrease the price of the goods. Cool.
Nerd rage.
Nerd Rage is great.
Nerd rage. What do I want?
You could technically take Iron Fist if you wanted to, Doran.
Yeah, I've written it down.
Because
I've got Action Boy / Girl, and I've got Iron Fist written down so far. For my
Action Bot.
Action Bot. I was looking at Night Person as well.
I could take fast metabolism actually.
You can also take Piercing Strike, I think. Do you have 7 in strength? No, you don't.
I don't know.
But Bree does.
I do.
Which means that if you did it, you do an additional +1 piercing damage to every attack you do. Well, if you've got a bladed weapon, anyway.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Good nut. Nope. Gunslinger. Nope. Heave ho. Nope. Fuck. Oh, this is going well so far. I did not qualify for any of these.
It's fine. You can take strong back if you wanted to. Which gives you an additional 25 points of carrying weight.
No.
You could. Do you have an 8 in strength?
Yes.
You could take Slayer. When you inflict any damage with an unarmed attack or melee weapon, you can spend 1 luck point to immediately do a critical hit. And therefore does an automatic injury. So you could literally just break someone's arm.
Cool. I like that. I do like that.
Yeah.
Oh, smooth talker. When you make a barter test,
Yeah, you could.
You can re-roll a d20.
Is your charisma above a 6?
Yeah. Oh. Yes.
Then yeah, you can do it.
6. Yeah. I'll just be solar powered. I feel like that is actually me in real life. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, solar powered. Well, it would make sense for the robot. It doesn't affect the robot because the robot takes no radiation damage. I love that they brought back some perks from the original Fallouts. It's like, haha, we don't know what we need another one to do with endurance. Fuck it, Snake Eater. But nobody ever does poison damage. Shut up.
Okay, can't scrap.
The day they do poison damage, they're gonna be shocked.
Yep. Yeah, you wish you took it now, didn't you?
I just have to just take the dog because that's all I got.
You can take dog meat if you want to take dog meat. That's fine.
We put Riley in the game. Just have Riley.
You can call the dog Riley if you want, but I don't want to do that and accidentally kill your dog.
Yeah, no,
That's fair.
Because the dog is a character that can die.
Oh, okay, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Sorry, reading is not my best skill. So I'm taking a little while.
Oh, excuse me.
How about Pathfinder? Yeah, is that any good? Is that any good? Pathfinder?
Let me just.
I was also looking at Pathfinder as well. So it's good for one of us to at least have it.
It would make sense for your character to have it, Brie.
Yeah. Would you? Okay. Nerd rage.
Nerd rage.
Nerd rage.
Fucking nerd.
So yeah, Ben, I was thinking of Action Bot, Iron Fist, Night Person, or Pathfinder. Which one do you think would be?
It's not up to me, buddy. I am not helping you.
Okie dokie.
Aw. I don't know. Also, Mr. Sandman.
Bring me a dream. Bum, 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 bum.
So Night Person is like I reduce any difficulties caused by darkness by 1. Do I have night vision as a robot?
No, but you already have a very high perception, so you could have that if you wanted to stop basically be very because they want you to be a sentry bot.
Exactly.
So take that. That makes sense for you.
Oh, jury rigging.
Jury rigging would be good for you. Because there's literally hitting fins until they work because it's temporarily.
But bullshitting things back together, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though I do have a very high. Actually, that's not true. Never mind.
Cool.
Yeah, I think I'm very perception based. Yeah.
Yes, you are.
So what does Action Bot do again? So I don't know
It's
anything about the
just-
combat system right now.
Don't worry, it's essentially additional action point. The action points is how many things you can do per round, but we'll get into that later because it is far easier than it sounds.
Yeah. Okay, but okay, these wouldn't benefit me even though I am a robot. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because that's the problem I was dealing with. Like, would that work for me since I'm a robot? You know, stuff like that.
Again, if the perks don't say not available for robot,
Oh, does it say that somewhere? Okay, cool. Never mind.
yeah, but if they don't say that, then you're fine.
Okay.
I've just noticed that they've snuck an Easter egg in here that they might get a slap on the wrist about.
Oh no.
Oh,
Now
Don't
they
Yeah.
can't find it. Tell me after the stream. We don't want to rat them out.
Yeah. I say slap on the wrist, it might be heavier than a slap on the wrist.
oh dear.
It's proceeding me looking at every single description now in more detail.
it's not in the perks. It's not in the
Okay.
perks.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Night person's the one I'm going for.
Cool.
Night
And
bot.
yourself, Brie?
Oh, I don't know. I kind of want it to be a bit more like more depth than just hitting. You know.
Yeah, that's fine. But you develop that as you advance in levels.
That's
Yeah.
basically what I am currently now, Brie. I'm just one giant floating eyeball that can see everything. Or three eyeballs, I should say.
I'm literally just big brain. That's it.
Yeah, like you start out being very good at one thing, and then you
Yeah.
develop yourself and diversify yourself as you advance in levels.
Yeah, we are a unit. You have big arms. Sarah has big brain. I have big eyes.
Yeah. You all fulfill different roles.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's the difference between this and D&D, where D&D you can do a lot. This you can't. It's
Yeah, it's just the
What
thing
are
that
you
I kind
doing?
of wanted was it's not a thing unless I've missed something.
what are you looking for?
I don't know, something to do with the like repairing and I don't
Jury
know.
rigging.
Yeah, but that's literally like you don't need.
It
Anyone can
makes
have
you-
requirements. None. I'm
Yes,
like,
but it makes you but it makes you better at it. And then at level 2 you can take blacksmithing. So you can make melee weapons.
So the
And
jury
then
rigging.
you can take armor. It's just at level 1 you don't have that capability just yet because
maybe
you
else
haven't
it'll just
advanced in
break.
levels.
So for the jury, just so wait. For the jury rigging, you don't spend any pieces scrap. So all the scrap you save in level 1, you can use in blacksmithing and that level.
Yeah. So as opposed to like, whereas if Sarah wanted to make a baseball bat with like some shards in it, for example, it would cost X like 5 scrap. With you, because you know exactly what pieces you want, you just chuck it all together, and you still have those 5 pieces of scrap.
Yeah.
It is a very useful perk.
Okay.
And just because it doesn't have requirements doesn't mean anyone can do it.
Oh shit. Lily, please. Oh god damn it.
Cat cam.
Cat. Kitty cat.
Hello.
Adorable.
Yes. Adorkable.
Okay, so you
Right,
gonna
I'll
take that,
jury-
or do you?
I'll take jury rigging then.
Okay. Obviously, between now and session 1, if you want to change it before then, you can. But obviously, there's other things we need to get onto
Yeah,
so we
sorry,
can
yeah.
keep building the game.
Is that one round?
Cool.
Yeah.
So, you didn't take. Did you take Light Frame? Or-
I didn't. I wanted to.
Okay.
But,
That's fine.
I haven't.
So, for everyone, it is 10 times your strength. plus 150.
I don't have a pen.
You had a pen.
Wait, what's this for?
This
Your
is
carry
for
weight.
maximum.
Oh, I don't need to
carry.
worry about this.
Correct.
I mean, I have more carry weight than I usually do in Fallout games, so I'm quite happy.
So when you've all done that, let me know.
Yes. So there's carry weight. Where
Cool.
is that?
So
Right down the bottom, like the final page.
Cool.
So your damage resistances are determined by your equipment. So we'll get onto that in a moment. So you don't need to worry about that for the second. Defense. If you have an 8 or less, your defense is 1 in agility. If your agility is above a 9, you have 2 in defense.
So it's a 1, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
So when you've all done that, let me know.
A 1 in defense. Smile.
That seems very, oh no. Yeah.
Ready, Sarah?
Sorry, I nodded my
Yep.
head.
Yeah, that's fine. So for your initiative, it is perception plus agility, and whatever that total number is the initiative.
I hit things. Ah. Stop eating it. Oh.
Ngang, 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 ngang.
Lily.
Ngang, 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 ngang.
Mine's 14.
It's only a 10.
Is that a lot? 14 seems a lot.
Initiative.
I mean, I got a 10.
13.
So.
I mean, it makes sense the really perceptive robot goes first. Health points is endurance plus luck.
Oh, luck. Oh, God. No.
Dumb stats. Both dumb stats.
Yeah, I think all of our dumb stats.
Luck
We
is,
don't
yeah.
know what it is,
whatever.
so it's. Yeah. Where's
I
the.
got
What even is
where
luck?
is it? Oh, max HP.
Yes.
I got 10, so I'm happy to be in double figures. I mean,
Well,
barely,
I'm
but I'm
11
in
and
there.
I'm supposed to be the tank.
What's your Sarah?
10.
I'm 13.
Yay!
I'm made out of metal.
Yep. So, melee damage statistics.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Those below a 7 in strength don't get any additional.
Yay!
What is your strength, Brie?
8.
Should
So
I have
you
dumb
get-
stat as strength? Sorry.
You currently have +1 to your strength dice on damage.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Question, Ben. I have put a 4 in my strength. Should I change that out for something else if I'm focusing on unarmed damage?
It's up to you.
Will it increase my damage if I increase the strength number?
Only the additional modifier.
Right, okay.
Cool. So we're going to do the Mr. Hand. We're going to choose the equipment first of all. We're going to do the Mr. Handy section first because it's the first one in order.
I did mine earlier.
Oh, actually, I stand corrected. There are more options for you, Doran, than I thought.
Oh.
So
I'm customizable. I'm a robot.
You are very. So you have the choice between being a Miss Nanny,
Mhm.
a Mr. Farmhand, Mr. Gutsy,
Mhm.
Mr. Handy, Nurse Handy.
That's handy.
Well, I wanted to go either Gutsy before or Mr. Handy. So,
Okay.
which are the benefits between each of them?
So if you were a Mr. Gutsy, it would recommend that you start with one 10mm auto pistol arm, one buzzsaw arm, and one laser emitter arm.
Okay.
Mr. Gutsy plating for your armor, recon sensors mod,
Ooh.
and 10 caps. For the Mr. Handy, it recommends you start with one pincer arm attachment, one flamer arm attachment, and one buzzsaw arm attachment, standard plating, a robot repair kit, an integral boiler mod, and 10 caps.
What's the boiler mod do?
Unfortunately, you may have to go look for that yourself because I need to obviously read it out for everyone else.
Okay.
I'm presuming it means you'll probably go through Phil slower, but I'm not entirely sure. So next we're going to go on to Sarah.
Where would you find it? Sorry.
If you go to the index, there is a robot modification section.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So you can either be a Vault-Tec resident or Vault-Tec security, Sarah.
I'm gonna go resident.
Cool. So you start with a Vault jumpsuit, a Vault-Tec branded canteen containing 1 purified water. You take a sip of your trusty Vault 13 canteen.
Clean
A-
water, what the hell? Ugh.
Yeah. A Pip Boy, a switchblade,
Jesus.
Ugh.
10mm pistol with 6 plus 3. Okay, I need you to roll a d6.
That's a 3.
So you have 12 rounds of 10mm ammunition, 2 stim packs,
Useful.
and 10 caps.
Even though I don't know what caps are, but it's fine. I've got bottle caps.
Yeah, caps. Yeah, exactly. You just got bottle caps. Cool. Bree, you can be a mercenary, a raider, or a settler, a trader, or a wanderer.
Wanderer.
So,
You said you were gonna be a
Raider
wanderer.
was very
Tempted.
tempting. But I'm gonna be Wanderer.
Okay. So, you start with the Drifter outfit. 1 melee weapon from the following: switchblade, pipe wrench, rolling pin, or brass knuckles.
Wrench.
Yep.
A wrench.
A pipe gun
Yeah.
with... I need you to roll a d6 for me, please.
Made it myself, I did. Ah, it's 2.
So you start with 14 rounds of 38 caliber ammunition.
How much did you say? Sorry, 48. No.
You wish. 14
Oh, 38. Yeah, got it.
of 38 caliber ammunition.
Yeah.
1 dose of jet or radaway.
Jet.
So, cool. 1 personal
Okay.
trinket. And
I-
30 caps.
I know what my trinket. I would.
Have you rolled for it, or do you
No,
want
I
to choose it?
No, I didn't roll. Do you want me to roll and then if it's shit?
You can technically roll for it, but I'll let you
I kind of
roll
know
for
what
it
I
because
want.
it's funny.
Okay, I rolled a pre-war party invitation. But
Okay.
I
What do you
want
actually want?
a book, overdue library book.
The overdue library book, no problem.
Could it be some smut, please?
By all means, I will find you some 1950s smut
Yeah.
and send it across to you.
Oh my god, it's 50s. Yeah, cool. Yeah.
The cover called
Um,
ankles, and that's it.
It was either that or a pages of an unfinished story.
I'd want the potted plant.
Or that. Yeah.
So what's your trinket? It's a succulent.
Oh, it's a brightly coloured bandana.
I love my succulent. Fuck off.
Your succulent sucks.
Or a wedding ring. That is like it's a lot of stuff to unpack.
Yeah. Cool. So, for you, Bree, you took barter, yes?
I did.
So I need you to roll 2 d20s for me, please.
Yes. Oh, I'm gonna use one of those. The nice ones. It's like lower the better, isn't it?
Not at the moment.
Oh wow, cool. That's not great. It's a 7 and a 9.
Cool. So that is, you get 16 additional caps.
A
Oh, it's 46.
result.
You took melee weapons, yes?
Yes.
So you can take a machete or a baseball bat.
Baseball bat.
Yep, thought so. You took repair.
Yeah.
You get a multi-tool, which will help you massively with repairing. And if I remember correctly, it was survival, right?
Yes.
Then you get 2 purified water. And 1 edible item, which is an iguana on a stick.
Those are fucking life-saving things in Fallout.
Yes, they are. Sarah, you took energy weapons.
Yep.
So you get... I need you to roll a d6 for me, please.
That's another 3.
Sorry, let me just make sure that's...
So I'd be surprised to get energy weapons like that.
Oh, I see your tag item. Yeah. Okay. Oh god, I could have had so many caps. Fuck that.
um,
Ugh.
yeah, so this is 3, yeah? So you have 12 fusion cells.
Cool.
But you don't have a weapon, unfortunately. You just have the cells.
Okay, that's fine.
You took lockpicking
Yes. As a tag, yeah.
as a tag, yeah?
Yep.
So roll another d6 for me, please.
That's another 3. Okay.
You have 9 bobby pins.
That's good.
Oh, see, I looked at the bobby pins. I was like, oh, what's a bobby pin? They're
Useful.
cool.
What else did you take?
Repair.
So you got a multi-tool.
Cool. And science.
You have a lab coat, as well as 1 dose of mentats.
Nice. Not gonna use the meta.
What's
Then
a
I-
mentat?
Mentat is a drug that makes you more intelligent for a period of time.
I would like one.
But then once you're in the come down, you are stupider for that period of time.
You can use Mentas if you want
I
to.
would like them.
I personally won't be using them.
That's fine. Doran,
My stupid brain can't find the robot customization thing.
don't worry about that for the moment. We'll get back
Okay.
to that in a second. I'll do that with you after stream.
Thank you.
Tag skills.
Yes.
What skills did you tag?
Medicine.
You start with 1 first aid kit and 1 stim pack.
Okay. I can't use it myself.
Correct?
I'm a helper. Okay, thank you.
Next one.
Mhm.
I need you to tell me what your tag skills are.
Unarmed.
Unarmed. So you start with a pair of brass knuckles.
I can't use these. What?
You can give them to someone else. That's the beauty of this.
Brass
Beauty of-
Canucks. I can't
Brass
use
Canuck.
anything that I've been given so far.
Aw.
Next one is pilot.
Broken car parts, which is the equivalency of 5 common scrap.
I can't use any of
Shit.
this.
I like that.
For 5 scrap, you can.
You are
Taking everything.
definitely a helper.
I have nothing I can physically use.
Do
I can throw mine brass
want-
knucks.
I can give you No, I have nothing.
And because I want to, all of you roll a d20 for an additional trinket.
I was crunching. Sorry, what?
Roll an additional d20 and you can have another trinket.
18.
Trinket.
So you also have an overdue library book,
Oh.
Sarah.
Yay!
Oh. Is it
I got an 11.
You have a loaded casino dice. You have a weighted d6. And what was your second d20?
It was 1, because
You have a gold. You have a gold pocket watch.
Yeah, that's
Pretty good.
Nice.
Does it work?
No, I hit it.
Yeah, I'll say that it does because you've been able to repair it.
Can my overdue library book be the Silver Shroud, like background TV, like radio show stuff? So I got like a little fan book and like reading through all the stuff.
That's fine. You can have a Silver Shroud comic book.
Yay!
But it isn't one of the ones that give you any of the benefits, because actually finding comics in this helps.
Yeah, I know. That's fine. I just want the Silver Shroud comic book.
It's not a skill book, unfortunately.
That's cool. I'm gonna be like Ready Player One and memorize every single page.
I saw those. They look cool.
Did you take it from your vault or did you find it?
I took it from my vault.
Fucking thief.
For lockpicking and sneak.
Speaking of which, Sarah,
Hmm?
at some point we are going to do the goat.
Oh,
Just me and you,
okay.
because that is important for you to know the answers to your goat test.
Okay, cool. I'm excited. Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, the goat is the general occupation and technical exam that they do in the vaults, which assigns them to different jobs.
Fallout 3 is a really good example of it doing it because of the whole sequence where you've got to take the test.
It's a lot of fun. It's not going to actually impact much, but it's just going to give additional stuff for Sarah to play around with, which I think is fun.
Help me get in character.
Yes. Cool. I think that's about everything. The only last bit is going through the stuff with Doran. With the robot stuff, which is in one of the cacophony of lists that is here.
185, Phil said.
Thank you, Phil. Robot modules, there you are. So it is once per scene out of combat, turn 2 dirty water into 1 purified water in 10 minutes.
Fuck that. I'm the armor.
Okay, then you're a Mr. Gutsy, and you need to speak like a drill sergeant all the time then.
Fuck that. I'll take the purified water.
Look, you either need to speak like a British butler, a stereotypical British butler, or you need to speak like a stereotypical drill sergeant. You don't have much of a choice in this. You've chosen to go with the most role-play heavy character possible.
I know. So I can make purified water.
Yes.
I want the jet.
You also have standard armor plating.
What does that mean?
It's just regular armor. Which I will find all of that stuff for you and the damage and stuff like that between streams. But yes.
Actually, you know what? I will take I'll take the extra armor and I'll talk to you after stream.
Okay, no problem at all. So are you all okay with everything that we've discussed so far?
Yes.
Any questions? Wunderbar. So yes, that is just the session 0 this evening. Surprisingly took nearly 3 hours to do.
Very slow up here.
It's fine. It's, again, doing a brand new system for the first time. It takes a little bit of time to get to grips with everything. So, I think that is where we're going to call it for this evening. We are going to have some discussion as to when the starting date is. I believe we're looking at Saturday next week, but we will confirm that via our socials on Discord and Twitter and all of the other lovely, lovely places that we put the stuff out, including our Patreon, which has the schedule up there every week. But yes, that is us for this evening. Thank you very much all for joining us. We really, really appreciate it. We love all of y'alls. We'll catch you soon.